since y'all, okay,
spring party.
because we needed some clarity on some things, right?
Yes. Everyone here was present when that all went down.
At the spring fling.
I do have something that I would like to discuss with Candace.
Oh, Lord, I can't.
So my friend was at the spring party, and she said that, Chris was being a little bit flirty with her. She was standing at the bar ordering a drink, and he came up and he was like,
So I felt like with them trying to have a baby.
Hi, Candace. How have you been?
Good.
Busy?
Yeah, but I cannot delay anymore.
This is a big decision, a lot to consider.
Yeah.
But we are freezing eggs.
Embryos.
Now, keep in mind that when we start these injections, you're able to come in frequently.
Yeah.
We can't have you, like needing to reschedule something.
Right.
That's obviously not optimal.
Yeah. You can't do that with the schedule that you currently have.
Here we go with that again.
Your schedule is never the same, and I think about what it would even look like to have children running around, and I don't know what time you're coming home.
Nothing in life is consistent. You need to get over that mindset that life is consistent because it's not.
False.
Your industry that you're in, the you do, is not. What I do is not because I'm not in charge.
That they're probably just going through a lot, and rather than her get into a situation where she could potentially end up like me down the road, have a husband that cheats on you after you have your baby.
I do want him to have some freedom. You want to go to a strip club, you want to get some TNA in your face, just do it at this point. I don't want anyone taking pictures of him, reporting back and stuff. But I appreciate it. I was thankful for it at the time,
Just be aware of what's happening when you're trying to conceive.
Well, did she appreciate when you told her?
No.
Look at what is truth, what is real, what is reality, and focus in on that. Don't be listening to conspiracy theories during this time.
Oh, no. Now, you have never met this man before.
No, first time I met him. And then Eddie, I think that's the name, Happy Eddie comes over.
Who's Happy Eddie?
Wendy's husband.
That's weird.
I introduced myself too. He said, oh, hey, Deborah, how are you? He was very flirty. If I didn't know he was married, I wouldn't have known. Next time I see him, we'll have a longer conversation.
That chick is a bag of pecans.
No, she's not going to let you talk to her husband. Ever. Trust and believe.
I was going to say something else, but I'm going to clamp my tongue. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to move right along.
Do I have to say something to Wendy about it now?
Eddie was a little bit more subdued than Chris.
I was the target last year. Yeah. And so it's just, wow, just to see the same energy being transferred to another married couple. And,
Happily married.
A happily married. Because that's always the adjective. Because if you're happy, you're not attacking other people.
My God, today.
Our relationship is just getting to a place where I really am starting to look at you as a friend, genuinely. So on Saturday when I woke up, I opened my Instagram, and Chris had DM'd me at 2:40 in the morning.
My husband? The thing is, Chris is trying to rebrand you. So he really wants my friends to come to the W because he wants cool people to come up there.
Well, that's a big, huge release. It was a little...
If my man was ever out here trying to holler at, I would want you to tell me.
You didn't slide in her DM. You responded to a story.
Right.
Right? That's the difference.
Exactly. I didn't search and DM and
right. I told Giselle, she was like, well, she recalled the experience in New Jersey.
I wanted to talk to you really quickly.
Yes.
In light of Chris had DM'd Ashley and there was a situation in which Chris made me feel completely uncomfortable.
What I heard was very disturbing. A comfort zone that does not exist for you where Chris is concerned, and
Correct.
Chris thinks that you're more comfortable than you are.
Correct.
Candace said Giselle is, quote, dead to me. And since the cause of death was Giselle and Chris Bassett's conflicting reports of what happened after last year's reunion, I want to see if Giselle can help me fill in the blanks. What was your response to Chris saying he's 99% sure that when he asked to talk, you were the one that suggested your room?
That's a lie. If that were the case, there'd be no issue with it. I'd have nothing to tell Candace.
I said, Giselle, can we talk? And she said, yeah, let's go to my room.
So she suggested going to your room.
99% sure that that's how that went down.
Giselle says, while I'm talking to Candace, she interrupts and said, oh, are you mad? And I said, we'll talk about it later. So she knew I wanted to talk already. She already knew I wanted to talk. So yes, we went in and we talked. And basically the gist of what I said, she says I complained about my wife. First of all, as a married man and someone who has been in a few relationships, I know better than, as a married man, to complain about my wife to a single woman. That already sets a bad tone. So I didn't complain about my wife. Not at all. What I said was, I didn't like this. I don't think you guys are communicating well. I don't think you're on the same page. We cannot keep having seasons where there is so much bickering. People will get tired of it. Y'all need to figure this shit out and come together, and we need to have a fun and uplifting season. Yes, there's gonna have to be some drama because that's what people love, but it's gotta be a better season. It can't keep going like this. I'm going to tell Candace, I'm gonna have you and Robin over for dinner, and the three of y'all are gonna figure this shit out. And that's what I talked about. That's it. And that went on for, it's like 10, 12 minutes maybe. And then she did say, we've been talking for a while. Can you see if they're ready? And I said, absolutely. And I went to go check. And as I was walking out the door, there was somebody right there coming to get her anyway. And that was that.
He comes up to me, he's like, can I talk to you? Mm-hmm. Sure. Mm-hmm. He said, well, can we go to your room? Mm-hmm. Your room. And I realized Mike Lamb had left.
And she was like, yeah, I don't need any rumors like that going on about me either.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm in a hotel room with a married man, and it is his word against mine as to what's happening in this room.
The last time that we spoke, I had to get up and leave.
Right.
But I wanted to make sure that I was clear on understanding your feelings and where you are. You mentioned that you all went into your dressing room, you and Chris.
Yeah.
And you were uncomfortable.
What about the situation made you feel uncomfortable? Like, what triggered it? I mean, was he talking too close to you?
It was that we were in a private room. The door
Okay.
is closed. I just don't want to be in a room with a married man, with a man that does not belong to me.
Right.
And the door is closed.
Right.
And so I asked him to go outside, and he immediately did. That's it. And I thought you should know.
Maybe, she was uncomfortable, but I know that I've never been anything but nice to her. I mean, she references my penis every chance she gets.
You could have called me, and you didn't because you wanted to wait for an opportunity to do it on a platform that would cause the most hurt to someone who has never been anything but kind to you. And that is what
that's not true.
Up.
Giselle has a history, and there's a reputation there of her being fast in her past, and her being loose in her past. These are facts. I'm not making this up. So, I see her flirting with Chris, and it's like, oh, po thing. Just po thing. That's cute. It never
You said po thing or poke thing?
Po. P-O apostrophe. Po. Po thing. It's just, you can't ask for more from someone who can only give you less than half. Like, I can't, it never bothered me. So, he may be attracted. She's a beautiful woman. I'm attracted to Giselle. She's a beautiful woman.
I'm attracted to
Giselle.
Giselle's gorgeous.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Listen, she's beautiful, but a shell is a shell, okay? And shells often have funky insides, and that's one. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. How was your yesterday?
I had the lunch with Ashley.
What were y'all talking about, y'all ladies?
Okay, and in the lunch, she said something about her friend saying something about you.
And then Eddie, that thing that's the name, Happy Eddie comes over.
Who's Happy Eddie?
Wendy's husband.
I said, so what was the issue in
what does
question?
that
She
look
said,
like?
you know what she said?
I guess he was very smiley.
Okay, he was smiling. That's how you flirt?
I don't know. I mean, I just looked at her. I don't know. Look at her. She's like, oh.
Sorry, Candace, have you met Deborah? This is my friend Deborah. This is Candace.
We met at the spring party.
Oh, you guys did meet? Yes, this is my friend Deborah.
Chris was grabbing on her.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Is this the one? He wasn't grabbing on me. He was flirting heavy. But he wasn't grabbing on me. Flirting heavy. He was.
No lo vuelva a hacer, porque la próxima te hago así, mira, güey, y te revuelco.
He introduced themselves, and I told him that my husband's also name is Christopher. He said, oh, you know, a lot of us Christians, we're all similar. A lot of us all act alike. And I said, okay, so. So then his elbow was getting closer and closer. He didn't touch me. His eyes were
I never said anything.
Okay. This is the one. Yeah. It was a plan.
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence?
I wasn't the only one he was giving googly eyes to at the bar that day.
With all your friends.
He was. Girl.
Giselle kind of insinuates that your husband hit on her. What is that about? What was your reaction?
Well, I think you saw some of my reaction in the trailer. What I will say is this. When you are dealing with people who are lacking in personal lives, personal story, they have to resort to acrobatics, creative ways to, you know, construction paper, Elmer's glue to just make up school projects to keep a job and to keep a check. So stay tuned. It all plays out, and you will see for yourselves what's what is and what is not.
Candace, I know that you have like some weird feeling about my friend.
No.
Ain't nobody saying nothing like you some type of Beyonce. Bitch, you Beyonce.
Why are you trying to dismiss my friend like that? Is this what you did to Jacqueline? Can you just clear the air? She's not have bad intentions with you.
Get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. Get off the motherfucking mic.
Go count some letters and some numbers. Go do your ABCs. Go read a book to a child.
Happy New Year, everyone. Oh, excuse me while I fluff my natural eyebrow. Okay. Oh, thank you, Elmo. So sweet. You know, I get a little hungry in the morning. Oh! Hello, Miss Deb. I got a cookie for you. You too? Thank you so much, Cookie Monster. Thank you. I love my friends. I'm a little thirsty, though. Cookie Monster, are you getting emotional? Why? Because it's a new year. It's very exciting. Oh, let me help you. Let me fold this napkin up.
Deborah, I like her, but she's like maybe 4.5. I mean, she's cute, but she's not like cute.